So I have one opportunity to show you why you can make weekly income in the stock market and you don't need a lot of money to get started. I've been making weekly income throughout the course of time. I've been recording on YouTube and I don't have a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, right? In the grand scheme of investing, $7,000 isn't really a lot of money. It's money. I'm not gonna sit here and like bluff to you guys and be like 7K isn't money, right? But to invest is really not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But if you have little money and you want to be a market participant, stay into the end of this video and you're going to see unique ways that you can make money in the stock market. And this isn't money to stop working from your job. This isn't money that's going to retire you, right? These are habits that if you continuously learn and practice and do, that when you finally have a bigger amount of money, a larger amount of money to invest, you already know the principle. You already have the discipline. You have all that, right? So I go by Ali Mavis, and if you haven't watched any of my videos, I suggest you pause this video, like the video, comment down below, throw a thumbs up, share it, like it. Go ahead and watch my previous videos. That way you can get a clear understanding as far as where I am on this journey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is April 24th, Thursday, and we have like a pretty mixed bag today, ladies and gentlemen. We have some things that are up and we have some things that are down. Let's go over the no, let's buy some stocks. We're gonna buy some stocks. So this is for people who have less than $500. Even if you have a dollar to invest, if you I wouldn't I don't want to sound like a financial advisor. This is not financial advice at all whatsoever. But if you can just take from this, like remix it, do more research, watch other people talk about this, you may find that there's some things that you can take away from it, right? So I'm going to buy a dollar's worth of Bank of America today. Bank of America, we're not far from our cost average, but the stock is down. That is something, a part of my strategy, to determine whether or not if I'm going to buy this stock, how much should I buy, all that great stuff. So we just bought a dollar's worth of Bank of America, and then look at that. We're freaking, man, Coca-Cola, freaking, like a couple days ago, I was down $300. I'm up. I'm up with these covered calls, but it's all good. We got time on the covered calls, so we're not tripping. I'm down on them. I'm down on them a lot. Yeah, I'm down on every one of them. That's all good because I got them with time with next week with this one, and I got it with above my average cost. So as long as Coca-Cola can stay up below, this will all work out. At least the 77. If not, cool. I will sell, make money, and all that. And this is what I'm talking about, like where you can make weekly money in the stock market. You don't need a lot of money. Why? I mean, it's not suggested and not recommended, right? Like you guys can see, I have $7,000 here. This is like what I actually have in my account. But here it says buying power, 9K. So I'm using a thing that's called margin, right? I'm using borrowed money. And they do charge you interest to borrow money, by the way. So I'm using money, borrowed money to buy into stocks. But it's like, hey, at least I'm not buying crap stocks. I'm buying good stocks, right? And how do you know it's good stocks and everything? You know, like that's here or there. But I think that fundamentally good stocks are stocks that just been here for a very long time and companies that you just know and all that. So, how do I make weekly profits, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to go over that right now. So here in this contract, I got a $54 credit. $54 credit. And what did I have to do? I have to put up 100 shares of Coca-Cola for sale at the $77 strike price. And this contract expires May 1st, meaning that at any time, let's say, and not any time, but let's say before the contract, let's say Coca-Cola is at $77. I'm still in like kind of decent shape in a sense. But if Coca-Cola were to go to like 90, I would imagine, right? Before May 1st, this contract would get assigned, meaning that the person would probably exercise their contract, the call contract, and I would be obligated to sell my 100 shares at 77, even though the stock is at 90, if that makes sense. So, um, yeah, so for doing that, I'm getting a $54 credit. So when I get this $54 credit, it is immediately in my account. Like it's immediately in my account. So I can go ahead and spend it. I can do whatever I want with that money. Now, that's that. And then if Coca-Cola does not reach 77, guess what? I get to keep my 100 shares, and like I said, I get to keep the $54 no matter what, as long as I stay in this contract. Whatever the outcome of this contract, I get to keep the $54. If I want to buy out of this contract, depending what the contract value is, like right now, I could buy out of the contract. It would cost me a negative $47 more. So I'd give back the $54 credit, and I'd be losing $47. Why would someone want to do that? Someone would probably want to do that if you think that your stock is going to go higher. But if the stock is going to go higher, it needs to go higher at least the minimum what you lost. And if it goes higher to what the minimum that you lost, you're still at break even. So the stock went up, but you're at break even. So that's that. Second one, this is in 2 weeks. I got another $40 credit or a $40 credit, and this strike price is at the $78 strike price. So if Coca-Cola goes up to $78, that's like $1.54 plus the $40 credit. So I'm making about like $180 on this transaction if Coca-Cola goes higher than $78. But let's say Coca-Cola doesn't. I get to keep my 100 shares, and I get to keep the $40 credit, and I get to keep this rolling, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So I have that strategy. Also, with that being said, if these shares do get assigned, what I'm going to do or planning to do is I already bought 10 shares today, right? So right here, I already bought 10 shares an hour ago. So my goal is to buy 10 shares every single day in a sense. Like I'm gonna buy 10 shares tomorrow, but we're gonna see how the market plays out next week, and we're gonna keep buying 10 shares. If this stays around like $76 and it keeps going up, I'm gonna buy. If it comes back down a little bit, I'm going to kind of hold off on the day. Why? Is because if the stock goes up, I still want to have a leg in the game, meaning I still want to have some shares in the game. If the stock goes down, okay, cool. I don't have to keep buying, because if the stock goes down and it stays below these prices, cool. I'm about to reap these premiums, and not only reap these premiums, Coca-Cola has an ex-dividend date coming up. I know it's far out, but it has an ex-dividend date coming out, and I want to be able to hold these shares. That way I can collect the dividend as well. So it's not just me working the whole entire, like kind of like the wheel process, but I didn't do the cash secure put, but I'm working like the other side of the wheel, and it's like, hey, if I'm gonna work this wheel, let me abstract the most that I can from this wheel. So we have that. Next one is SoFi. I just got this contract, I think, today as well. I'm kind of pissed at myself because I sold the 18, or I bought it back yesterday. I'm so pissed at myself, bro. Because look, I had the $18 strike price, and I was right on this one, man. If I didn't buy out, I would have showed you guys literally on YouTube for free 99 how this works, and how I would have been like a genius for keeping the strategy that I had. So what I had originally, and you go watch 2 videos back or even watch yesterday, what I had originally was I bought 100 shares, 1950. I sold the $18 strike price. I got $151 credit, meaning that tomorrow, if SoFi is above $18, but like let's say it's where it's at right now, right? 18.29. I would be forced to sell my 100 shares at $18. But most of you guys would be like, "Well, you're losing." Not in a sense, because I bought it for 19.50. I'm selling it for 18. I got it. I got it a 151 credit. So 18 plus 151 is 1951. 1951 is higher than 1950. So I would technically make $1. And what I want you guys to peep is that I made $1, but the stock went down. I'm down 122, but I would make $1. You know what I'm saying? Like I would exit out this position so cleanly if it stayed above 18. And let's say it didn't stay above 18. Let's say it went down to like 1780 or whatever. Cool. That's a very good position for me to play for the next week. But I shot myself in the foot, so we're gonna have to play a little different. I mean, at least out of the 151 contract, I got like what 80, $76 out of it. Got $76 out of it. So whatever. Let's see. Those 18s right now are worth 30, $30. So if I would have just stayed my behind in that contract that I bought out of yesterday, I would have made an extra $40. But hey, you live and learn, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what I'm saying. This isn't financial advice. This is just basically like a TV series of watching watching things happen and then seeing how it happens and doing your research as well, questioning it and all that great stuff, right? Um, we're gonna get some. Forget. We're gonna get some lows. We're not that far off from red, so we're gonna buy some lows. Buy some lows, and then what else do we buy? We buy some Caterpillar or no? We buy some Caterpillar, yeah. We buy some Caterpillar. Caterpillar, Jesus. And I had a video on Caterpillar. I told you Caterpillar is gonna be like the biggest winner of all this. I feel like because the AI and all that, Caterpillar is gonna be the biggest winner of all this. Caterpillar is going to be the bigger winner, and they give dividends. I didn't know Caterpillar give dividends. I'm so mad. Look at this, Caterpillar is, and I have a video. You guys should watch that video. Caterpillar is crushing it. Nvidia is crushing it today. We're gonna buy some Netflix. Oh, we're losing a lot of gains on Netflix. We were like up on Netflix once upon a time. But Netflix is shaving that off, so no worries. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. Look me in my face. Netflix is down. Red at least. Google. Do we get some Google? We get some Google. We get some Google. Probably add another stock today, depending if that stock is uh green or not. Mm, Western Digital. Uh, okay. And my next stock that I want to get is not Western Digital. Oh yeah, is that Western Digital or do I have? Oh, I thought I bought SanDisk. I bought Western Digital. Okay, that's fine. I'll get into SanDisk Corporation. Oh, we're freaking Jesus, Jesus. Oh my God, bro, that's so sick. This company just came out last year. I can't even get into this. This would be so nasty. This is what like it's like $100,000 play. Shares. If I wanted 100 shares, how much would it cost? Yeah, like 100,000. That's what I said. Yeah, it cost me 100,000. Jesus Christ. All right, so I guess we won't really get into that. Oh, my dividend plays. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on a dividend plays. And AT&T is down. CVX, CVS. I mean, CVS. down as well. CVS is down as well. Give me a second, guys. I wrote in my notes, and I also have this in yesterday's video. Give me a second here. I have this in yesterday's video or notes as well. Let me go to that page and figure out. Ooh, those stocks that I have on my watch list. Oh my god, I have so much notes. No, I can't find it. All right, it's all good. So there's another dividend stock here. There's another dividend stock here. I want to get. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pull it up on my notes here. So right now, my plays is to get some dividends. I'm gonna try to get some dividend plays for this month, and then work my way out of things after it all pans out. Give me a second, guys. About to pull it up. AT&T, Verizon, General Mills, Dell, CVS, and Lowe's. So let's look at CVS. CVS is down. Next one, Verizon. Verizon. So Verizon is looking like. We can get some Verizon. Can we or no? I want to. But the dividends is where the play at, so I can't really focus on too much of um, appreciation on the stock. General Mills. General Mills. GIS. $35 stock. That's, oh my god. That thing is crashing. Heck nah. Heck nah. CES, we got CES, we got Abiab. Abiab was a good one. CVS we already did. Lowe's we already got. That's a lot of money. Dell, we get Dell. Dell. Let's see. Oh my god. I thought we could add Dell at least. Dell is like, but it's 20K. But I want something realistic. Yeah, I want something realistic. So, Abiab. I think Abiab. Yeah. So we're probably gonna do something more realistic and probably go with T. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm here. I'm here for the people. Here for the people, and I want to see. It just looks like it's going on a downtrend, but I can. So no, not tell. No, so, uh, we're gonna buy some shares, and then so right now my play is May 1st is the ex dividend days for AT&T. My plan is to what is that? So that is in basically in I got one trading week. So we're gonna see what we can do with well, let me see. May 1st. So that's actually one expiration date. Okay. So what's today? 26. If I buy right now, it's only $3. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm trying to think because I only have like 5 days really to really position myself. So I'm trying to think, ladies and gentlemen, how do I position myself? As I think and I'm doing all that, another stock that pays out a good dividend is this company here. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy 10 shares of them. At least that way. At least that way. Uh, I know what's my buying power and what do I have. So we have that, and then Now, AT&T. AT&T. Let me look at one other company, Colgate. Colgate. Mm, Colgate might be the play. I mean, I could barely get 100 shares. Could barely get 100 shares. That's the thing. I want to be able to get 100 shares and be able to. Well, actually, okay. So let me, yeah. So I'm gonna work with the AT&Ts, try to get up the AT&Ts, and then later work on the other place. So first one, AT&T, because that's coming up first. So let's do that. We're gonna buy shares. We're gonna buy like 25. 25. Should buy 100. I should just buy 100 one time and just run the covered call. Just protect myself. 26.31. Okay, so we're gonna buy 100 clip. Buy 100 clip. We're gonna buy 100 clip, and we're gonna do this right in front of you guys live. So this is how the covered call play is ran, ladies and gentlemen. I would not suggest you doing market buy so you don't get cooked. Okay, so we just bought 100 shares. Boom. So we have 100 shares of AT&T. And this is how you make weekly money, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you make weekly money. So, and look at this buying power. Remember this buying power. It dropped, right? Okay, remember this buying power. So I bought it for 26.24. 26.24. I go here to the option chain. 26.24. 26.31. It's even more. 26.43. I get filled up. Oh, that's a long. I'm like, what the heck? 26. Oh, they're not even paying out that high. So 26, what, 25? I said 26, 25, 26, 25, 26, 25, 26, 25, 26, 27. Oh, I can 26, 29, 26, 29, 26, 29. Boom. So I got $128.96, as you guys can see. Why did I do all this? Why did I sell it in the money? Why? Because I'm essentially saying that if AT&T is above $25 at the end of expiration, I gotta sell it at $25. And you guys just watch me buy it for $26. Well, if you sit back and listen, let me explain it all. $1.29, 1.29 plus 25 is 26.29. 26.29. 26.29 minus 26.25 is 5. So if this does happen, yeah, I only make $5. You're right. I only make $5. But if I'm right, and let's say it goes down to $25 and it melts even lower, at least I'm not down all that money. I would be collecting the premiums. be collecting the premiums, and then I can get into another 100 shares of AT&T at a different price and do cover call up until the ex dividend date, and then try to see how I work my way out. Because AT&T pays about 28 cents per share, so it's about like $28 right here. So trying to accumulate, I can get what, another 300 shares. So see what I could do. See if we can make this extra money on this dividend play. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is like the longest video I've ever done. So I hope you guys got a lot of information out of this. If you guys aren't already following me on my other social medias, such as Instagram and TikTok at Strictly Financial, go ahead and follow me. Go ahead and leave a comment down below as far as the journey that you guys have been taking. Everybody that's been watching me and subscribed and everything, I appreciate you guys. I see you guys watching, and you guys are part of the journey. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, and we see each other tomorrow, baby.